Hello, everyone, and welcome to another FSU Esports Player Spotlight. I'm Ziva, and today Austin and I will be interviewing Robbie / Fishhr from the Garnet Rocket League team. So, hi, Robbie. How are you?
Hi, I'm fantastic. Never been better. How are you? How are you?
Oh, nobody ever asks me that. I'm doing great. Thank you.
Yeah, so Robbie, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, what are you majoring in? What games you play? When are you graduating? Stuff like that. Just whatever generic info you want.
Wow, I play a lot of games, so we could sit here and listen for a while. But I'm gonna just say that I'm an all-around gamer everywhere. All I do is just play, video games, hang out, relax. I'm going to FSU for biological sciences, and I'm looking to cure diseases. Hopefully, get into that. Um, I come from Palm Beach, the best part of Florida, of course, South Florida. You know what it is. But yeah, all my hours are mostly in Rocket League, so we could just go with Rocket League is my main game, of course. I grind it out. I've got 4,100 hours in Rocket League, I think, and I play for the Garnet Rocket League team, looking to catch doves. Yeah.
Nice. So, your gamer tag is Fishhr, and you said you studied biological sciences. Is that the story behind it, or is there a whole other story behind your gamer tag?
Oh no, I just had a pet fish in middle school, and that was about it. And then I just added R because R in my name. And then that was taken, so I just added an extra H. And then the caster started pronouncing it Fisher, and I was like, sure, yeah, it's that.
So yeah, you kind of touched on it a little bit, but if you could speak to it a little more, how long have you been playing video games? Was it like a Pokemon obsession when you were like 4 or something like me, or is it something else?
I've been playing video games since the beginning of time. I remember back in like kindergarten, I'd go on my mom's computer, play some of that online Ancon arcade, just like a ton of really fun online games. And then I got into Minecraft, like every other kid my age now, when I was in like elementary, middle school, whatever. And I kind of just sprouted out from there into like Counter Strike and a ton of other random games. So I've been playing video games since probably like 7, probably earlier if you count online games, but like 7, 8 is when I started getting into actual games like Minecraft and stuff. Rocket League I've been playing for 5 years now.
Nice. I also got my start on Minecraft, so I totally feel you there. So, how did those early video game days, including that Minecraft, translate over to Rocket League?
So it was a big game, big up and coming game, and I've played soccer for most of my life. I played soccer for upwards of like 13 years, and soccer and video games combined, and I was like, wow, this is it. This is perfect. So I got really addicted to it, but I'd only play with my friend. So I kind of fell off. And then like half a year later, I picked it up and just grinded it by myself. So I got really hooked in it. Then I would, have competitions with my friends, 1v3ing them and just having fun. So I really just sprouted out in Rocket.
Do you feel like your soccer background has helped you a lot in Rocket League, or not at all?
Well, I mean that's hard to say, but I guess it could have an influence on my knowledge in Rocket League, but I wouldn't particularly say that it would like extensively help you in Rocket League just playing soccer.
So I heard a rumor, and you can verify this if this is true. I believe it is, but you made top 100 of all Rocket League players.
I'm currently top 100 right now in the
Ooh.
world. I'm only like 96 right now, but I peaked earlier this season at 51. Um, but yeah, I fluctuate in really high ranks because I grind a lot of ranked Rocket League. It's like for higher level players, it's kind of uncommon to have just a ranked warrior out here. But that's what I'm like. I just literally grind ranked a lot. A lot of people play pugs and pickup games on Discord and stuff. And sure, I play a few of those, but I mostly just grind out ranked, which is why my rank is really, really high because I'm super used to grinding it out. Um, I've been consistent around top 100 for a while. Probably for like uh, a year and a half or two, I've been around top 500 at least consistently. So ever since quarantine hit, I I got a really, 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 really high boost in my hours for 2 weeks. So I grinded really hard, and I've just been really consistent now. So I'm proud of that.
So yeah, do you have any advice for somebody who would want to be like a really high ranked Rocket League player?
I say this to everyone. I love that question because it's very, very simple. You just need hours, tons of hours grinding, mechanics, gameplay, going over replays, tons of hours. Well, basically, there's like a formula because a few pro players did this, where they literally just consistently held upwards of like 130 hours per 2 weeks for like months at a time, and they became so ridiculous that they're now pros for like a big highlighted example of this is Typical from Space Station. He's a professional Rocket League player that had like 160 hours per 2 weeks, consistent for multiple months, and he like shot up from being just an average player to being exceptional. So that's like the cure all for anything if you want to get ridiculous at Rocket. Tons of hours for 2 weeks, over and over, consistency.
So it fits the same. Practice makes perfect. Looks like that's no different here. So we're going to kind of move on now to just more some FSU Esports specific stuff. So first of all, how long have you been a member of FSU Esports, and how has your time with us been?
Well, I've been in the FSU Esports Discord for like half a year now because I started scouting around colleges when I was here. So now officially being part of FSU Esports, I think I've been a part for around 2.5, 3 months now. And it's a great experience. There's a ton of people from Florida State making a lot of new friends, ton of great, great people in the community here. So I've been very content with how everyone's treated everyone else, and it's fantastic. So I just want to grind with my teammates. Hopefully, we make it far this fall, and that's the goal.
So what's that Rocket League Garnet team dynamic like?
We all just want to succeed, and we all want to be the best. So it's a big grind. We work hard every week trying to face off against different teams. There's a lot of hurdles between us because it's very complicated playing against different styles, and we haven't had much practice, only being together for a couple months now. So we're trying to build all the chemistry together and get everything ready for fall so that we can break through.
So speaking more about the team, while the team did not make it into Division One of the CCA Summer Series, how has competing in Division Two gone for you all?
Experience. It's basically the same layout as Division One, and we also get the same pretty much amount of screen time as Division One. So it's basically the same exact thing, just with slightly lower quality teams. So facing off against all these teams in across the nation, well, the Eastern Conference, of course, has been a great experience. We're getting a feel for who plays like the different play styles of each team, and we can adapt now and go over replays, which is very important going into fall. So I'm glad we at least made Division Two so that we could get the good experience out of the College Carball Summer Series. But yeah, sure, we're disappointed we didn't make Division One. Of course, that's always the goal, to make it into the highest league you can, get the most experience, get the most practice playing against top tier teams. So we barely fell short there, but we're gonna make it back in fall. I guarantee it. We're gonna work really hard. Hopefully, we get that top 12 CRL, big plays. Yeah.
So you kind of consider this summer series to be almost like a practice round for the fall, getting ready for that?
Oh yeah. This summer series is a complete. It's like a practice run. I mean, out of all 24 teams in Division One and Division Two Eastern Conference, all of them make playoffs. So really, all you have to do is just make the divisions and then grind out through the seasons, practice, see all the dynamics between the teams, and then we all go into the playoff bracket where upsets can happen anywhere. So we're looking to use this practice to go strong into the playoff bracket where we can get our shot at that 20 grand, of course. But we're going to have to make a lot of upsets happen, work really hard, and that's just the end goal for us, getting to know each other better as a team before fall and practice hard.
Yeah, so speaking of like upsets and unexpected wins and stuff, you guys have had some unexpected wins this season, like you 3-0'd against UIC. So how do you expect for the rest of the season to go now that you've had some like upsets and some cool wins like that?
Okay, so I'm going to be honest. I'm a pretty confident gamer here. And I'm not going to lie, we are definitely a top 3 strong team in Division 2, but we crack under pressure a lot, and you can see that in our stream games because we play completely different. Every stream game has been like a real struggle. So if we could get our stop cracking under pressure and get our play style under control during stream games when hundreds of people are watching, obviously I think we're going to be a lot stronger. But right now they show in our on our off stream results, because most of our off stream wins are just complete sweeps, and we feel really comfortable taking down top teams. But it's really inconsistent, which is why we need to grind together and practice to make sure our consistency remains fluid throughout the season.
So you spoke briefly about cracking under pressure and how you think that's kind of your downfall in terms of competition. So how will you ever overcome that? Do you have some kind of strategies in place, some kind of maybe psychological, as you told me earlier, breathing exercises? Do you have anything like that in place?
Oh yeah, I do some breathing exercises, but it's kind of weird for me because a lot of top players in Rocket League are controller players, and I play with keyboard and mouse. So basically, if you're feeling pressure, a lot of control players just clench their controller harder, but my hands float above a keyboard, so they just bounce, and it's really, really uncomfortable. So I'm obviously going to be trying a lot of different things to make sure I get my nerves under control, because I play really different and it frustrates me. Um, but once I get that under control, we should be definitely in a good position. Obviously, our whole team, we're all going to work together, work on our nerves. Hopefully we get that all under control and I'll be good.
Is there a reason you choose to play with keyboard and mouse? Is that just something you're used to? Are there pros and cons to using either one?
Ever since release, I've played KBM, and there are a few professional keyboard and mouse players on, Dignitas, Liquid. There's a few professional KBM players, so it's definitely doable, but it's a lower spectrum because a lot of controller players play like fluid, and it's kind of well, they have their pros and cons, but I particularly play KBM because I can't just switch after having 4,100 hours in KBM. I have to grind at least 1,000 hours before I could get back up to par, and that's just a waste of time.
Yeah, it's working for you. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you talked a little bit about this earlier, but what does preparation look like going into the fall semester and going into CRL? Is there anything you'd want to change, or how would you prepare for that?
Well, right now, I have kind of low hours because I've been obviously focusing on school because I'm in FSU summer term. So I've been focusing a lot on school. So my hours are only like 70 per 2 weeks, which I know seems like a lot, 35 hours a week. But usually to improve, I'd want to be upwards of 90. But with the team overall, we're going to be going over a lot of replay analysis. We really want to do that to make sure all of our rotations are in check, because that's really what we're lacking right now. We have a lot of inconsistencies in our rotation, and it's very complicated trying to figure out where to go on the field at the right time. So we're obviously going to be going over a lot of replay analysis. I'm going to be encouraging them to get their hours up going into fall as well. We're all going to be grinding really hard to make sure we make it a good fall, because it's a big opportunity, and it's kind of a waste if we fall short. So we're going to work really hard for our hours, hopefully, and break through. Yeah.
Well, we believe in you. Well, before we let you go, though, do you have anything you want to plug? Twitter, Twitch, are you a streamer, anything?
Sure, I'll plug my Twitter and Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Fishhr, FISHHR. I'm gonna be streaming tonight at 7, but I don't know if this will be up by tonight. But I'm gonna be I stream a decent amount, but it's like every couple days. But mostly I also want to plug my Twitter, which I love my Twitter God right here. I love Twitter. Twitter.com/Fishhr underscore, so FISHHR underscore, because Fisher's taken. But yeah, I guess that's about it, really.
Thank you all so much for watching another one of our player spotlights. If you're interested in doing and learning anything more about the esports at FSU club, you can join our Discord at discord.gg/FSU Esports or follow us on Twitter at esports at FSU. Thanks again for watching and see you guys next time.